Brian Oakland.
All right, thank you very much, and a very good Friday evening, everybody. A night of high school basketball coming your way as we follow the Pierre Lady Governors eastward to the Brookings Bob Jostad Gym, as the Lady Govs will take on the Brookings Bobcats tonight. The first ESD conference matchup for Pierre after 2 games out west on successive weekends. A 1-point loss at Sturgis and a double overtime loss, 80-70. In their last matchup at Spearfish. Tough ball game there. It's just going to get tougher now that they get into some ESD competition, and they take on a good 3-1 Brookings Bobcat club tonight. Brian Oakland with a play-by-play. Jeff Duncan back in studio, and coverage of the Govs and Lady Govs in your official home of the Govs and Lady Govs. The stations of the Dakota Radio Group, KGFX, and DRGnews.com is made possible by your sports marketing sponsors, who include Bank West and Beck Motors, Avera Medical Group, the Dairy Queen, Overhead Door, Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota, and the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC. Tonight's game is also brought to you in part by the Pitts Corporation, Fisher Rounds and Associates Insurance and Real Estate, Lynn's Dakota Mart, First Dakota National Bank, May Adam Law Offices, the Ramcota Hotel, Montana Dakota Utilities, Arby's Restaurant in Wagner Auto, and by Edgewood Senior Living, Oahe Federal Credit Union, TMA, and Peer Care and Rehabilitation. Tonight's game brought to you within the broadcast by the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, the Boyd Conzemius Agency, Teton River Traders Gun Shop, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Lynn's Dakota Mart, CHS Midwest Cooperatives, Bauman Lumber, and Wagner Auto in Pierre. Reminding you to stay up to date with the scores of tonight's game. We'll give you that Wagner Auto scoreboard at the end of each of our quarter breaks. And it's sponsored by Wagner Auto in Pierre, the one place to go. Looking at a sophomore game that is about to come to an end, about 28 seconds left in this one, and Brookings has a 10-point lead, 46-36. The junior varsity game was dominated by the Lady Governors, though, as they played very well in a 57-28 victory for the Pierre JVs. We'll see how the varsity game goes. Brookings on their home court, where they last played on Tuesday night, and they defeated Watertown in a defensive battle, 40-21. So tough matchup coming for the Lady Govs tonight. As we said, their first trip into the ESD. Again, the sophomore game about to come to an end. Brookings will win by 10, and we'll take an opening 2-minute timeout. We'll get into our pregame show in which we will talk with the head coaches about keys to success. You got your starting lineups, and time permitting, we'll take a look around the ESD and AA girls basketball and some boys action as well. All coming up in the pregame beginning in 2 minutes as we bring you coverage of Pierre Lady Governor basketball with the live stream up and running on our YouTube channel. You can see and hear this game, and you can also hear it on KGFX and DRGnews.com.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Call the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
Edgewood Senior Living in Pierre.
I was doing my devotions, and I knew that I couldn't be alone much longer. And I was praying, Lord, what am I going to do? Because I don't know where to go. And there was the ad for Edgewood. I am very well taken care of, and I enjoy it thoroughly. Oh gosh, I enjoy all the entertainment. I like the exercise. I like the food.
Call 494-3400. Edgewood Senior Living in Pierre. This is home.
Hi, I am Slade Weller, and I am Pitts Corporation's local branch manager. Pitts Corporation is a commercial architecture, construction management, and construction company serving South Dakota for over 65 years. I am a local peer and have over 20 years of construction experience. With architects, estimators, project managers, superintendents, and a quality group of trade professionals on staff, Pitts Corporation is ideally set up to assist you with future building needs. Please call 223-2440 or stop by our office on Airport Road to set up your initial free consultation.
If your checking account earns little or no interest and charges you ATM fees galore, isn't it time for a new checking account? At Bank West, E-Plus checking customers earn a great interest rate and never pay ATM fees. Can your current checking account do that? Switching to E-Plus is easy. Visit us online at bankwest-sd.bank or work with a friendly staff at one of our convenient locations. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Back at Bob Jostad Gym on the campus of Brookings High School. Bobcats and Lady Governors coming on KGFX tonight. The boys' game, of course, will be on River 92.7, and Rod Fisher, the voice of the Governors, on the call on that one as the Govs have their third straight home game before hitting the road for the first time tomorrow night when they go to Sioux Falls O'Gorman. Meanwhile, the Lady Knights will be at Riggs High School. So will we, following the Lady Governors for their home opener tomorrow night right here on KGFX. Keys to success coming up in our pregame. Before we get to that, we remind you on behalf of the South Dakota the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety to avoid a kiss with death, and especially during the holiday season, please always plan a designated driver and buckle up too every trip, every time. A reminder from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety and the Department of Public Safety as well. Keys to success, we've got a new head coach in Brookings replacing Central South Dakota, Fort Pierre native Lynn Frederick. His name is Mitch McLagan. We'll talk to him in just a little bit. We begin with Scott DeBoer, the head coach of the Lady Governors. Keys to success that are brought to you by the Boyd Consemius Agency in Pierre. All right, here we go. It's Keys to Success with Scott DeBoer, the head coach of the Lady Governors. And I tell you what, Coach, another trip out west last weekend against Spearfish, and it was really a fun ball game. I'm kind of an offensive-minded person. I like to see scoring, and an 80-70 double overtime game we got our money's worth. Unfortunately, though, you come up a little bit short against a Spearfish team that just played probably the best game they're going to play all year, even if it is early in the season.
Yeah, and like we talked about before this, you want teams at their best shot because it forces you to be sharp. And, we can't take nights for granted, and we've got to understand that, early in the season, learning that lesson sometimes is a good thing. I thought offensively we corrected a lot of things from the Sturgis game, just found ourselves more efficient shots, and I think we were looking for the right ones. We just gave them some easy ones early defensively that kind of let them get loose and feel a little bit of confidence, and then it's hard to get a team out of that funk or whatever trend once you let them get into it.
So 2 games, a 1-point loss, a double overtime loss. I mean, I think you're starting to see now that especially how important every possession is from the first minute of the game to the 32nd minute.
Right. Those are, we play out different situations all the time in practice, and that's kind of the message that we can send now is we got to be really sharp in all of these and talk through things. And I think in the 2 games that we've played, I think our girls have really handled those situations really well. We dug ourselves a little bit of a hole in both games in different ways, but I think we've shown some resiliency. We just haven't been able to close the door and finish it in either one of them. I think we've handled ourselves really well. Our girls have come together at those times. We just, like you said, we've got to be a little bit better when you don't see the end of the tunnel kind of situation, and it's 32 minutes left in the game or whatever, second quarter possessions we've got to be a little bit better at.
And some simple things, fundamental things, but you go to double overtime, but yet you shoot 6 out of 17 or something like that from the free throw line. I mean, even the simple things have to be executed.
Yeah, and there's very little you can do about a poor free throw shooting game. Once it's behind you, obviously we want to shoot better going forward. But the thing that we need to fix right away going into tonight, because of the impact it's going to have on this game, is that we got out-rebounded at Spearfish too. You look at the rebound differential in both of those Spearfish and Sturgis games, and that's the difference in the game too. So that's something that it's a choice you make, and you can do it or you don't do it, and we've got to be a little bit better about choosing to do it tonight than we've done the last 2 games.
You can get more offensive rebounds in there, but it's hard to out-rebound a team when they're putting 39 shots up and shooting 69%. There aren't a lot of shots coming off the rim to even pull down.
Right. We talk about different goals that we set for ourselves going into each game, and we don't worry so much about the number of rebounds we get. We want to get as many as they do, and so if the differential is as big as it's been, then you're doing something wrong. We're either not pursuing offensive rebounds like we could, and I think that's true, and we're not doing a very good job of stepping back and boxing out or really pursuing defensive rebounds when they're loose. And I think that's true about our first 2 games too.
Yeah, here in Brookings tonight, though, this is a team that's kind of loaded with inside talent, size, strength, and I'm not going to be surprised if you get out rebounded tonight. But that obviously is key to success number 1 here today.
Right. We want to keep it close and be able to look at the stats at the end and see we were within 1 or 2 or maybe ahead 1 or 2. I think if we do that, then we can take care of enough other things. Hopefully, I'm not jinxing something down the line, but I think we can take care of enough other things with, getting good shots and we take care of the ball right to this point of the year, that we'll give ourselves a chance. But, we came here last year and had a lead going into the 4th quarter, and that's when it kind of unraveled, and it was a rebounding deal. We just gave them a lot of second chance opportunities. They were able to stretch their lead and pull away from us. So we talked a lot at the beginning of the year about, can we carry over lessons from last year? This would be one example.
I think another key to success too is foul trouble and staying out of that. You can get good production from your 1 through 5, but I think your top 2 in Michelson and Rath, they've gotten in the foul trouble. Mac fouled out in Spearfish, Emily fouled out in Sturgis, and I think they just have to be on the floor all night long tonight.
Right. We try to buy Mac a couple breaks at each, or a break or so, 2 at each quarter, but you're right, and teams recognize that. We're not hiding anything by saying those 2 have to produce scoring-wise. I think we can be really balanced as far as inside out, but obviously those 2 are going to have to lead us if we want to be really efficient offensively. And so, we just got to be careful. We had a couple that just weren't very smart, reaching in on a second tip or chasing down a offensive rebound when we'd be better off just getting defensive positioning. And so I think that's stuff that'll come. That's early season stuff. A lot of times things are called a little bit tighter in the first part of the year. So hopefully it's a matter of us getting a little bit smarter there and things trending to a little bit more physical. That'd be all right for us too.
All right, Coach, welcome back to the ESD. Tough game tonight. Go get it, okay?
All right, thanks.
Scott DeBoer, the head coach of the Pierre Lady Governors, with coach's comments and keys to success, brought to you by the Boyd Conzemius Agency in Pierre. We'll hear from them, and we will speak with Mitch McLagan, the new head coach of the Brookings Bobcats, when we return with more in our keys to success in the Lady Gov pregame.
Being a small farmer has never been tougher.
Dan Wegmuller is a farmer and an American Family Insurance customer.
So it's good that American Family Insurance covers just what I need, because our dream is to become a century farm, a farm that's been in our family 100 years, and pass this life on to the next generation.
American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Contact the Boyd Conzemius Agency, Inc. in Pierre and Phillip.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Back with more keys to success. Let's talk with Mitch McLagan, the head coach of the Brookings Bobcats. Coach, you're off to a really nice 3-1 start after a win on Tuesday night over Watertown. The one thing I'm seeing in the games that you've played so far is, boy, your girls look like they're playing some pretty good defense. You're holding teams down to some pretty low point totals, and you're just doing what you need to do on offense to take care of business so far.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing. Coming into the year, we were really concerned about how we were going to be defensively. I thought offensively we were going to be fine. I thought we'd be able to score, but we put a lot of time into our defense, and I'm happy. We have a good core of seniors that really help lead us, and they've led the charge on in practice and defensive drills. And offensively, we've been a little behind, and I think we'll get there. Putting in a lot of new offense, and I think that's coming along, but just a little bit slower than we thought.
You talk about new offense. Of course, you're taking over for Coach Lynn Frederick, who's a good old friend of ours back in Central South Dakota. But, and whether you got a new system or not, I think what you really have is the luxury of a lot of experience coming back, and you can kind of let the girls lead the way on the floor.
Yeah, and we're fortunate. Our girls are fortunate enough to make the state tournament in volleyball, and that kind of took a week away from us as well, where we have the open gym stuff in the morning and we didn't get to do. Coach Frederick, what he instilled in these girls and what he put into us, it was unbelievable. So we still use a lot of that same stuff, as we didn't have time to put a lot of stuff in. So that's helped. And then we have a bunch of girls with a high basketball IQ that have found spots to get open.
And you've got, I think, Michaela Jewett, who was obviously one of the better volleyball players in the state, like you mentioned, and really has a dual threat coming here in the basketball court, and really good size in the middle. You got good guard play. I think that's a recipe for a lot of success.
Yeah, I was just talking to Coach DeBoer about it. And for how much accolades that Michaela gets, we were just talking about how she's probably an underrated player. She's a special kid. She's a special player. What she does in our practices, it's like having another coach around. Very, very smart. And when your best player puts in as much work as she does, it kind of rubs off on the other girls.
Absolutely. So, a lot of teams coming in, obviously trying to stop her, but Joanna Miller in the middle is a very good player for you. If teams are taking Michaela and others out of the court, out of the game, and like we talked about, that good guard play just sets everything up for anybody out there.
Yeah, and we're waiting for Joanna Miller. She's going to go off one of these nights. Offensively, she is so strong. She's really getting there. And then one that we haven't gotten a lot of offense from, but she's been sharing the ball with, is Ava Burns. That has scored a lot in the past, and she, we have enough girls on the floor that can score it, which makes it a little bit harder to guard Michaela. Our point guard does a nice job of sharing the basketball, very unselfish. She's not really worried about scoring, so it's a nice makeup.
All right, you got Pierre in here tonight, and this is a team that's been living on the road so far this season, but a scrappy team I'm sure you know about. And what are the biggest challenges you'll see from this team today?
We watched a lot of film, and we hold Pierre pretty high. That's a good basketball team, and if our girls look at the 0-2 record and say that's not who they are, they are. The Michelson girl is a phenomenal player, and I was really, really impressed with their post play. I thought their post play was real good. We're going to have to play really well to win tonight. Pierre does some things defensively that we haven't seen yet, and it'll be interesting to see how we react to that.
You have to change your defense at all when you face a team that moves around a lot like the Lady Govs do?
Yeah, we've talked about it, and our post play is a little bit longer than what they've seen, and we hope that helps hold some of their scoring down. But the big thing is keeping Emily Michelson in front, and that's what kind of, wish we had more days to prepare for a team like Pierre, but having one day to prepare for Pierre, the big thing is keeping Emily Michelson in front of her.
All right, what other keys to success do you have tonight?
Getting off to a good start, and and we've been fortunate to get off a good start so far. And if we can score, I think we're going to be all right. I think defensively, we're going to throw a couple different looks at Pierre, and it's going to be about offense for us.
And I think, if Pierre can get off to a good start with Emily, with Mac Rath and crew like that, if you start seeing the games get a little more higher scoring, how do you think that'll affect your girls who have been holding teams down to 20s and 30s?
Yeah, and, in the past, look at the past couple of years, games with Pierre, they've been high-scoring games. I don't really want to get in that kind of game with Pierre. They can run so many girls on the floor. We've been primarily playing 7 or 8 girls. So that change of pace that we're going to see tonight, too, will be interesting to see how we do that.
Coach, appreciate your time. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate the coverage.
That's Mitch McLagan, the new head coach of the Brookings Bobcats. More comments and keys to success from the Boyd Conzemius Agency, American Family Insurance in Pierre. Our Lady Gov pregame continues in 2 minutes. The starting lineup's coming up next. You're listening to Pierre Lady Governor Basketball on 1060 KGFX, 107.1 FM, drgnews.com, with a live video stream up and running at youtube.com.
Looking to do good this holiday season but never seem to have any extra cash? Owyhee Federal Credit Union has you covered. If you have a loan with us for a small fee, you can skip one or all of your loan payments for either the month of November, December, or January. A portion of that fee will go to support a local charity. Just one way you can help us make our community a better place. Stop in and see us at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre. Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
It's that time of year. Colds, the flu, or I just feel awful. Lynn's Dakota Mart Pharmacy in Pierre is here to help with the products you need to feel better fast. Need a flu shot? We offer flu shots Monday through Saturday. Walk-ins welcome. Don't feel like coming in to pick up your prescriptions? We'll come to you. We offer free local delivery. Lynn's Dakota Mart Pharmacy. Locally owned, locally loved. Visit us online at lynsdakotamartrx.com.
If your checking account earns little or no interest and charges you ATM fees galore, isn't it time for a new checking account? At Bank West, E-Plus checking customers earn a great interest rate and never pay ATM fees. Can your current checking account do that? Switching to E-Plus is easy. Visit us online at bankwest-sd.bank or work with a friendly staff at one of our convenient locations. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
The key to a successful hunt begins at Teton River Traders Gun Shop in Fort Pierre. They carry a large variety of reloading equipment, cleaning supplies, and firearms accessories. They also sell and deliver Liberty gun safes. See Teton River Traders Gun Shop for all your gunsmithing needs, including custom-built firearms. Stop in today. Teton River Traders Gun Shop, located west of Highway 1434 in Fort Pierre.
Back in Brookings, about 3.5 minutes left in our pregame countdown here. We continue with our keys after keys to success. It'll be our starting lineups as we continue here in the Lady Governor pregame. Glad to have you with us, Brian Oakland, ready to go for play-by-play. The starting lineups in our broadcast brought to you by Teton River Traders Gun Shop of Fort Pierre, whom we just heard from to close out that last break. Fort Pierre, it begins with Emily Michelson, the 5'6" senior, who is coming off a 30-point effort in that double overtime loss at Spearfish a week ago. I actually had her for 27, but the official stats had her for 30, so we'll go with 30. Also in the backcourt will be Cody Severin, a 5'7" junior, or small forward, shooting guard, small forward, what have you. Hallie Gronland is a small forward as well at 5'8" and a senior. Up front in the middle, Mac Rath, the 5'11" senior, has to be big, has to play big tonight as she's coming off a 21-point effort at Spearfish a week ago, but fouled out in that fourth quarter. Unfortunately, she'll have to stay on the court a little bit longer this evening, as will Hannah Lingle, the 6' senior for the Pierre Lady Governors. With Michelson, Severin, Gronland, Rath, and Lingle, the starting five. And off the bench, we'll see the likes of Katie Williams, a 5'10" sophomore, Kenzie Gronland, a 5'11" sophomore, talented 8th grader in the backcourt, Remington Price, who had 21 points in the JV win this afternoon. Looked real nice, and she'll probably get some more playing time here tonight as well. A 5'4" 8th grader, Kylie Thorpe, and among others, Kylie, a 5'9" junior, should get some action tonight as well. For the Pierre Lady Governors, who are 0-2, both non-conference losses, playing their first ESD conference game here tonight. They're head coached by Scott DeBoer, assisted by Tiffany Benham, Eamon Entwistle, and Jessica Bowe. Our Teton River Traders Gun Shop starting lineups for the home team tonight. The Brookings Lady Bobcats begin with the senior guard, Allie Gordon, who is a 5'6" senior. Carolyn Heeb, another 5'6" senior in the backcourt, and 5'8" senior is Ava Burns, the third backcourt in a loaded guard setup for the Brookings Bobcats, but two good ones up front. The 6' senior is Michaela Jewett, who can handle the ball as a 6-footer as well. Very talented player. Lady Gov's got to know where she's at all times tonight. Joanna Miller is the post player in the middle. She is 6'3" and still just a junior. So Brookings brings Allie Gordon, Carolyn Heeb, Ava Burns, Michaela Jewett, and Joanna Miller to the starting five, and their head coach is Mitch McLagan, assisted by Ross Peterson, Mandy Smith, and Zach Thomas. The Bobcats are 3-1 on the season so far, and they are 2-1 within the ESD, coming off a 40-21 defeat of the Watertown Arrows just Tuesday night, also here on their home gym. Those are your starting lineups from Teton River Traders Gun Shop in Fort Pierre. Another starting lineup to bring your way is the naming of tonight's game officials, and they are the Law on the Court, sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Division of Consumer Protection. Let's hear this important message. We'll tell you who the guys in stripes are after you hear this on KGFX.
Every day, you share personal information about yourself with others. You may write a check, charge fuel, rent a car, mail your tax returns, schedule a doctor's appointment, or post something on social media. Each transaction may share some sort of personal information, such as bank and credit card account numbers, social security number, name, address, or phone number. There are unscrupulous individuals, identity thieves, targeting these routine transactions, trying to gain your information to commit fraud. If you think somebody has stolen your identity, contact Consumer Protection at 1-800-300-1986.
Attorney General's Law on the court tonight. Licensed by the South Dakota High School Activities Association to officiate high school basketball. I believe a Watertown crew tonight. Brian Gaikowski, Greg DeSpiegler, and Ryan Neal are tonight's game officials in the Law on the court, sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office. We're back in 2 minutes with more in the pregame on KGFX.
Top of the morning, TMA. This is John. May I help you?
At TMA, top-notch service begins the moment you call for an appointment. John at TMA believes in customer service and quality work. When you need tires repaired or replaced, TMA is the place to go. Just remember, if it's round, rubber, and rolls, it's at TMA. You can count on TMA for all of your automotive needs, from tires to mufflers to all automotive repairs. Call TMA at 224-6167, and your service begins with...
Top of the morning, TMA. This is John. May I help you?
At Dakota Mac, we offer more than 30-year fixed-rate mortgages and access to working capital. We offer you our grit, our determination, and our expertise. If you're looking for more than ag business as usual, dig deeper with Dakota Mac. Visit dakotamac.com, equal housing lender.
First Dakota National Bank in Pierre and Blunt are your local Dakota Mac Ag real estate specialist. Are you ready to dig deeper? Give us a call today at 605-224-5817.
Experience the difference with Pierre Care and Rehabilitation Center in Pierre. Pierre Care and Rehabilitation Center is proud of their 5-star overall rating according to Medicare.org, the official regulatory body for nursing homes. Along with their 5-star care center, they provide short-term targeted rehabilitation services and skilled nursing care after illness or surgery. Our goal is to restore strength and confidence to get you to return to living the life you desire. Call 224-8628. Pierre Care and Rehabilitation Center, your pathway to independence.
Attorneys at May Adam Law Firm have been serving South Dakotans statewide since 1881. Whether you have questions about family law, you want an estate plan, you need legal advice on a business deal or an agricultural transaction, or you've been injured in an accident, the May Adam lawyers will represent you in life's most important decisions. We are located in Pierre and have been traveling across the state protecting our clients' legal rights. Call May Adam at 224-8803 and ask for Katie, or visit our website, mayadam.net.
Back in Brookings, almost done with our pregame show. As we continue, the starting lineups are being announced on the floor. Once again, our game officials, as we hurried through them before, Brian Gaikowski, Greg DeSpiegler, and Ryan Neal are Law on the court this evening. Quick run through the ESD and the standings as they are right now in girls basketball. Harrisburg is 2-0 so far in conference and 3-0 so far on the season. Brandon Valley, the number one team in the state, 4-0 overall, but just one win in the conference so far. Mitchell also is 1-0 in conference, 2-1 overall. Brookings at 2-1 in the conference, 3-1 overall, and fourth place in the conference standings. Yankton at 1-1 in the ESD, 2-2 overall. Lady Govs again without a game so far in the ESD, but 0-2 on the season. Aberdeen and Huron are both 0-1 in conference. Watertown is 0-3. They are really struggling, off to an 0-4 start to the season. Earlier this week, Brandon Valley defeated Sioux Falls, Washington impressively, 58-38 on Tuesday night. Brookings, as we mentioned, defeated Watertown 40-21. Tonight with the Lady Govs at Brookings, Mitchell is also at Brandon Valley. Harrisburg is hosting Sioux Falls Roosevelt in a non-conference game. One game tomorrow night featuring ESD teams will be the one we have right here on KGFX as the Pierre Lady Govs entertain Sioux Falls O'Gorman, who I believe is second ranked in the season. Another tough one coming up for tomorrow. That'll be all the games before the holiday break, and I guess we can take this opportunity to wish everybody out there the happiest of holiday seasons. All of you and yours from all of us and ours of the Dakota Radio Group sports team. Merry Christmas, one and all. Here we are, get set to go. It's Lady Governor basketball with the Brookings Bobcats on 1060 AM, 107.1 FM, KGFX Pierre, a member of the Dakota Radio Group, online at drgnews.com. The opening tip is sponsored by Lynn's Dakota Mart stores of Pierre and Fort Pierre, and Mac Rath gets the advantage out jumping Michaela Jewett. And the Lady Govs will take the first possession of the night. Pierre is, as we are set up on the end of the court, coming far court to near. High post with it as Rath starts right, comes back to the left, and a takeaway as Carolyn Heeb got a hand in on it and just takes the dribble right away. So Brookings turns the Lady Govs over. Going to see tougher defense, I think, against the Lady Govs tonight with what they've seen in their first two ball games, and I think that makes this game a little bit tougher right off the bat. Bobcats will work it in to Johanna Miller, but taking a push from behind, I believe, by Hannah Lingle. So on the first defensive possession for the Lady Govs, they are guilty of a foul, and Lingle picks up her first personal. 7:24 to go, first quarter. Again, the opening tip was brought to you by Lynn's Dakota Mart in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Bobcats work it out to the right side. They're wearing home white tonight with the red numbers, black trim. A turnaround shot up short by Ava Burns as she will miss everything. Mac Rath collects it underneath, and the Lady Govs heading back in our direction to try to draw first blood. Michelson guarded closely and down to the wing to Severin, who took a couple of steps before getting it on the floor or getting the pass back away to Michelson. That's a travel, and the Lady Govs have turned it over for the second time in as many possessions to start this one. 1 minute gone by. Pierre in road black with the green numbers and white trim. Brookings again, down low to the baseline, doubling up. Nice trapping defense here, but Johanna Miller gets open underneath, misses the bunny, and then tips the rebound out where Emily Michelson will run it down. Pierre dodged a bullet there. Nice pass by the Bobcats underneath in the meantime, but they come up empty. Now Rath up top. Finds Severin down in the right corner, back up top with a long pass to Emily Michelson. Severin has it again. Over to the other side, Hallie Gronlund. Michelson fakes the three. Pierre using a lot of the shot clock because of the good defense so far by Brookings. Severin penetrates, tries to kick back out, but the pass is stolen. Taken away. Pierre has yet to get a shot off in three possessions. Here's Jewett up top, left side, no good. Rath blocking out for the rebound. That was a three-point attempt for the 6-foot senior standout, Michaela Jewett. Lady Govs will try again. 5:55 left in the first quarter. No score yet. Michelson faked a couple of threes, but good defense out there from Allie Gordon. Rath will try left side, and she went between the legs, and Ava Burns will knock another dribble away, but this one goes out of bounds. Our first substitution comes in from Pierre as Cody Severin is out, and Kylie Thorpe, the 5'9" junior guard, will step onto the floor. Inbound comes from underneath. Rath up top, Michelson, who gets it back from Hannah Lingle. Now Thorpe stutters the step. Thorpe's momentum was leaning left. Tried to come back to her right, but a clear, easy call for the officials. 4 possessions, 4 turnovers for the Lady Govs. The good news is Brookings is 0 for 3 on the night from the floor, and we still have no score. 2.5 minutes gone by here in the first quarter. Miller up top, quickly to Gordon, inside to Jewett, who will pick up a foul, apparently in the act of shooting, and she'll go to the free throw line. Brookings on the far end of the floor from where we are. We'll see who the second team foul is whistled upon, and it'll be Emily Michelson picking up her first personal. So Jewett with a chance to get Brookings on the board with a conventional free throw, and the first one is up and good. They strike first in a 1-0 lead. 5:20 left in the first quarter. Second one for Jewett is off the left side, no good, but Johanna Miller saw that coming. She runs down an offensive rebound. Brookings with a second chance. 3-ball right side is up and good as Jewett feeds Allie Gordon, the daughter of a former Pierre governor himself, Alan Gordon, and Allie gives Brookings their first field goal of the night in a 4-0 lead. 5 minutes to go, first quarter. Michelson just doesn't have a lot of time or a lot of room to shoot so far here tonight. She'll feed inside, tipped pass. Lingle makes a nice receive, but has to get it back out. Now Michelson to Hallie Gronlund, and the 16-footer is up and in. Pierre on the board for the first time. 4-2 Bobcats. Good shot for Hal. who will not score an awful lot tonight. Although if she does, things are going pretty well for the Lady Govs. You'd have to think. Here's pretty good hands defense by Jewett, against Jewett by Hannah Lingle, but that pass gets through Hannah's hands and into the hands of Johanna Miller, who is fouled in the act of shooting. So Pierre with another foul here, their third. First personal for Hallie Gronlund. And now free throws coming for the Bobcats again as Johanna Miller, the 6'3 junior, puts her first up and in. Katie Williams will check in for Hannah Lingle. The Lady Govs will go probably 10 deep tonight at least. And they're going to need them because I think playing inside going to be a very difficult thing for the Lady Govs to do with the likes of Jewett and Miller. Rath gets a rebound off of a very short graze off of the front rim free throw attempt for Miller. 5-2 Bobcats by 3 as the Lady Govs have another possession. Rath posts up high, found Mickelson, who puts it on the floor rather than spots up to shoot, but she will find a space from 17 feet out, and Emily Michelson hits her first shot of the night. Always a good thing for the Lady Govs. Now we've got, a foul away from the basketball. This will be an illegal screen or something to that effect against the Bobcats, and their first foul of the night is whistled on Ava Burns. Burns is, she's defending Mac Rath. I did not see whether Mac was defending her on the other end, but Mac checking out anyway. In the play stoppage, Hannah Lingle quickly back in. She'll post up, cannot go up against Miller. She'll kick it back out top to Gronlund, now trying to get it to Michelson, but knocked away by Ava Burns, who switches off and will play the other standout Lady Governor. Pass through the hands of Kylie Thorpe, and Michelson ranging over to her left side, puts a shot up, no good, gets her own rebound. It stays alive for the Lady Govs. Reset with 30 on the shot clock. 3.5 minutes to go first quarter. Michelson again from Thorpe. Crosses over as she'll get hugged coming down the middle and fouled. This will be a foul on the floor, and I believe it is on Ava Burns. Deuce, and that'll be her second personal. So Ava will have to probably check out. Johanna Miller will come out of the ball game for Brookings. Kaylee Bartles, a 5'9" senior, is their first substitution. And she is joined on the floor by Reagan Weisbeck, a 5'8" junior. First substitutions in for Brookings. Here is Lingle playing catch with Michelson up top. Michelson again keeps her feet on the floor. Had to fake a three. Got rid of it. Gets it back from Thorpe. Inside Lingle. Outside Thorpe. Three ball off the back of the rim. No good. Long rebound back down to Gordon for Brookings. Good look and good ball movement by the Lady Govs. They're looking all right, though, as they trail just by one. Here's an air ball long two, no good. Thorpe catches it on the back end. The miss by Carolyn Heeb. And the Lady Govs coming back with it. Still another chance to take their first lead of the ball game with 2 minutes, 40 seconds counting down in a low-scoring first period so far. Michelson threads the needle inside to Lingle. Kicks up to Williams. Now Gronlund. Long kick out. Michelson for three is good. Good ball movement once again. And even though it was a slow start for the Lady Govs from the floor, gotta like what you're seeing, a 7-5 lead, and I really like that ball movement. We'll see if that can continue. Here's Gordon losing a handle on the dribble, but bailed out by Weisbeck in a baseline kick out. Brookings moves it around. They get it back on the move. Nice move up and in with a left hand. The basket is good for Kaylee Bartles. Good senior play off the bench for the Bobcats, and we are tied at 7-7. Lady Govs back with it. There's another stutter step travel. The second time that Kylie Thorpe has gotten herself into that situation this evening. Turnover number 5 for the Lady Govs already. Lingle checks out. Mac Rath is back in. Cody Severin actually back in as well for Pierre. Across the timeline, near court to far. Weisbeck leaves it for Allie Gordon. Takes a screen up to the top of the key now. Over to the right side. Weisbeck. He'll get it to Jewett. Three ball is no good. Gronlund able to run down the rebound. Pierre doing a great job on the rebounding side of things. Here's Rath up in the air. Had to get rid of the pass. Otherwise, it was going to be out of balance. Now she'll get it back into the lane, and that's going to be a double dribble. little indecision. You can kind of see it on Mac's face, but she had to get the hand above the ball to collect a pass and then picked it up. And a few seconds later, put it back on the floor again. Another turnover for Pierre. 6 of those already here in the first quarter. Minute 10 counting down in a 7-7 tie here. Pierre and Brookings from Bob Jostad Gym at Brookings High School. On the move, left side shot will come up short, and Rath will catch underneath the miss by Weisbeck. Back the other way, this way, towards us comes Michelson to Gronlund. Tipped pass away from Rath, and it is taken away by Reagan Weisbeck. She'll get it up the floor, feed into Jewett, and Michaela Jewett puts one up and in, her first field goal of the night. She has 3 points. Brookings reclaims the lead at 9-7. Michelson thinks about 3, passes it away. Thorpe spots up. This time that one rattles halfway down and comes back out into the hands of the Bobcats. And they'll head the other way. Shot clock off. Fast moving first quarter. 14 seconds left for the Bobcats to try to close things out. Here's a hip check by Rath as Jewett started her drive off the pass. And these are the fouls that Mac Rath and Emily Michelson has picked one up, even though that was in traffic underneath. But these are the kinds of fouls that those young ladies need to try to avoid to stay on the floor as much as possible. 10 seconds to go first quarter. And Rath will check out in place of Katie Williams. Katie, the 5'10 sophomore. Inbound coming off the right side of the key. The Bobcats will get it in to Jewett. Up top, they'll set it up with Weisbeck. Open is Gordon on the left side. That one off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound ricochets. 2 seconds left. Bobcats with one final shot. Jewett missing from 18 feet out. And we will go to the second quarter. We're on the Wegner Auto scoreboard. Brookings with a slim lead, 9-7 over the Pierre Lady Governors. Wegner Auto of Pierre is the one place to go in South Dakota's oldest family-owned auto dealership. We're back in 60 seconds. Quarter number 2 is next. You're listening to Pierre Lady Governor Basketball on KGFX and DRGnews.com.
Welcome to Lynn's Dakota Mart in Fort Pierre. Check out our selections in the meat, produce, and deli departments, as well as the rest of the store. Don't see what you need? Just ask. Our friendly staff is more than happy to help in any way possible. For the holidays, stop in or give us a call with any special orders or requests to make your get-together complete. Whether a fruit basket, meat and cheese tray, or a special cut of meat, we'll be glad to assist you. And now, Lynn's Dakota Mart in Fort Pierre is your trustworthy hardware dealer. From step ladders to cordless drillers.
Sunday is a day of rest, so take the day off from the kitchen and let the Ramkota prepare breakfast. Bring the family to the Ramkota Sunday Buffet. You'll find a variety of hot, hearty breakfast items to start your day off right. The buffet begins with breakfast items at 8 a.m. Lunch items are added at 10:30. Seniors save $1 off the adult price on their buffet meals, too. The Sunday Buffet, served from 8 till 1:30 at the Ramkota River Center Cafe. And if you have guests coming, be sure to check out the Ramkota's Internet Room Specials.
Back to Brookings, quarter number 2 underway. Brookings with the opening possession and a 9-7 lead. Working on the other end of the floor from where we are set up here at Jostad Gym. Brian Oakland, glad to have you with us here as we give you back-to-back games this Thursday, tonight, Friday night, tomorrow. Ooh, Brookings might have gotten away with the travel, but Reagan Weisbeck steps up for a long 2, misses the shot, and Pierre will get another rebound. You're doing a great job rebounding tonight, something that definitely has been their focus after getting vastly out-rebounded by the 2 Northern Hills teams. Here is Remington Price, the 8th grader, looking for a 3 ball, but it's no good. Rebound is tipped away into the hands of Johanna Miller. Remington scoring 21 points in the JV game. She gets an early entrance tonight to begin the second quarter. Looking for nice things from that youngster here in the early to later part of the seasons. Here's Michelson taking a rebound off of a miss by, I believe it was Miller in the lane. Minute gone by. Michelson spots up for 3. Rebound taken down by Cody Severin. Pierre keeps it alive. Rath runs down a loose ball, and it's still Lady Governor basketball. Rath steps up to the left elbow. Cross the lane to Hallie Gronlund. Now outside. Price will try another 3, and this one off the back of the rim. I thought that one was heading for good things. Pierre cannot save it. Good block out by Allie Gordon, keeping Severin away from keeping it alive over on the Brookings bench side of the floor. So a slow start to the second quarter like we did in the first. Pierre only went 3 of 6. Good percentage, but not a lot of shot attempts in that first quarter of play. Brookings, meanwhile, hits 3 of 10. Gordon wants a 3. Left side, good. Allie Gordon, the 5'6" junior, has her second 3 of the night. And Brookings with a 5-point advantage, their biggest so far, 12-7. Rath finds Price on the wing. Remington does not pull the trigger. Had Joanna Miller staring her in the face. That's quite a mismatch there. Here is Jewett with a rebound off of the runner in the lane, missed by Michelson. Emily's got a couple of field goals and 5 points, but Brookings with a chance to up their lead, which currently was at 5, and now it is to 7 as Jewett drives left side. And we'll get it off the glass and good, and a timeout called by Pierre as the Lady Govs. Everybody except for Emily Michelson, who was looking to throw in, took off for the other end of the floor. But Scott DeBoer takes a timeout. Good time for one anyway. 30-second break with 5:40 to go second quarter. 14-7 Bobcats. And you're listening to Lady Governor Basketball.
Hey, new guy. Shovel, right?
Yeah, right. And I'm not exactly new. I've seen some action.
Yeah, what's your story?
Hey, my last gig, I nearly got electrocuted, almost drowned. That guy never called 811 to see if it was safe to dig.
Our guy calls every time he digs.
It's quick and easy. Any tool can do it. Calling 811 gets your underground utility lines marked for free.
Hey, safe digging is no accident. Always call 811 before you dig.
This message brought to you by Montana Dakota Utilities, in the community to serve.
Well, we saw a real high-scoring game at Spearfish. Sometimes you get that from non-conference games. Most of the time when the Lady Govs get into ESD conference play, you don't see, well, you see a lot more defense. You don't see as many points, and right now it seems like that is how this game is going to be going here. Here's Rath looking up for it and is called for a clean block and a jump ball. Good hands play here for Johanna Miller, who gets the block. Pierre has the alternating possession arrow still in their favor, so they'll throw in from underneath. 17 seconds on the shot clock. Michelson will take the inbound up on the top of the key from Hallie Gronlund. Now over to Mac Rath. Quick fire 3. Didn't quite get the rhythm on that. Mac might be trying to get on the board here. She's been held scoreless so far after having 2 very good offensive ball games in the first 2 of the season. 15 against Sturgis, 21 at Spearfish last Saturday. Here is Miller working against a double team, and she'll find a bounce pass avenue into Michaela Jewett, who goes up, and she is cleanly blocked. We'll have a jump ball, and Brookings gets to keep this one. On the other end, they'll throw in off of the right side of the key. Gordon to do the honors. Jewett posting up, nowhere to go with her. Now they get the lob into Michaela Jewett. She'll go left side into the kitchen of Mac Rath. Looked like Mac had her ground stood. Jewett really didn't, honestly didn't look like she knew where she was heading to, but Rath unable to stay straight up. Picks up her second personal. Jewett back to the free throw line to shoot 2, and the first one is up and good. 6 point for Michaela Jewett, but again, Mac Rath picking up her second personal. Allie Gordon checking out of the ball game. Her first breather of the night. Had a good conversation with her old man, the former Governor standout from back in the 1980s. Governor's had some good teams back then. Alan Gordon, good to see him for a little while before the game tonight. 2 for 2 for Jewett. Now a 9-point lead and a 7-0 start to the second period for the Bobcats. 16-7. Rath inside, kicks out. Remington Price for 3. Outside is no good, but an offensive rebound from Kenzie Gronlund. That's no good. 3 ball. Rims in and out, and Rath with a rebound is fouled on the way back up, much to the chagrin of the Brookings fans. Foul is called on Jewett. That'll be her first personal. And Rath gets the first free throw attempt of the night for the Lady Governors, and it is up and good. She'll get another one. That breaks a 7-0 run, 9-0 overall for the Bobcats. But 7 of those to start the second quarter. 4:23 left in the half. Second free throw bounds away, and it is run down by Carolyn Heeb. She'll be met by Michelson at half court on the way up. There is Weisbeck. Up top is Johanna Miller. Over to the left side, new player into the game, got it in. Now gets it back from Michaela Jewett, and the shot is up and good for Megan Lippert, a 5'7" senior. A couple of seniors coming in off the bench and making waves for the Bobcats, who lead now 19-8. A good second quarter going for Brookings. Gronlund out to Price. High post with it is Rath. She'll turn around and shoot over the top of Miller. Shot is up and good. Nice look from Mac Rath, who has her first field goal in the last 3 scored by the Lady Govs. 19-10 as Gronlund got a hand in a passing lane. Short, soft bounce pass, but knocks it away to the student body. Here is Hannah Lingle in, and Kenzie Gronlund checking out, the sophomore, in there briefly for Pierre. 3.5 minutes to go. Second quarter, 19-10, Bobcats on their home floor with a lead. Here is Lippert working against Gronlund. To Jewett to the right side. Weisbeck gets it into Miller, and Lingle hounding her. Somehow a shot gets put up, but that's a great job by Hannah Lingle defensively as Johanna Miller forced one up and had no chance of putting that one home. So the Lady Govs back with it again. Gronlund will find Rath. She's given space. 3-ball up and good. And Mac Rath has hit a 1, a 2, and a 3 in successive trips down the floor for the Lady Govs. She's got 6 points now, all here in the second period. 19-13. Now Gronlund takes a steal away. First turnover of the night, unofficially by Brookings. Michelson to set it up. Lobs underneath, but Miller catches up and knocks it away out of bounds. Here trying to run the transition, unable to get anything going this time as Gordon will check back in, but they still will have the basketball. Weisbeck played some good minutes for the Bobcats. She'll check out as Michelson will inbound off of our left side of the key, but the Lady Govs right side. Push pass up top. Gronlund keeps it away from Heeb. Now over to Michelson. Quick fire 3 is no good, and Emily cannot run down the carom as it'll go out of bounds. Well, Michelson struggling a little bit. Did hit 2 of 3 in the first quarter, but 0 for 3 so far here in the second period. Stuck on 5 points. 19-13, Cats lead by a half a dozen with 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go. We're in the second quarter. Brookings led 9-7 at the end of 1. Lingo will deny the effort of Michaela Jewett. And Lingo with 2 great defensive plays on the other end of the floor. Here's another traveling violation. Just a nonchalant stutter step by Kenzie Gronlund. Pierre will turn it over once again. That's just their first turnover in the second quarter, but it is their 8th already here in the first half. By contrast, their first game of the year at Sturgis, they only turned the ball over 7 times that entire game. Here's Lippert trying to get it into Miller, but miscommunicates or leads her too far off the block, and that'll be out of bounds and another giveaway by the Bobcats. So Brookings had a good start to the second quarter, but last 2 or 3 minutes they've gone a little bit cold. Couple of turnovers, a few more misses on the floor. Lippert checks out, Weisbeck back in. Reagan Weisbeck, a 5'8" junior. Pierre will bring it up the floor uncontested. Make Michelson across the timeline to leave it with Cody Severin. Rath, Lingle, Severin, couldn't handle the pass, was bobbling it, and then as she wanted to get it quickly back to Mac Rath up top, Cody stutters the steps again. That's 5 traveling violations for the Lady Governors now. Down to a $1:40 left in the second quarter. Still a 19-13 Bobcat lead as Michelson will tie up with Michaela Jewett. Jewett was looking for the cutter behind her, didn't see Michelson. Facing her up, and a good play by Emily Michelson. That'll be a jump ball, and that'll be a Lady Gov takeaway as they own the possession arrow. Pierre is working on a 5-0 run, even though it's lasted over a minute and a half now off of the scoreboard. 19-13. Remington Price is in there again. 8th grader over to Severin. Inside Lingo, pump fake, and then gets the hit on the wrist in the act of shooting. Johanna Miller will pick up her first personal foul. Team foul number 4 for Brookings. And Hannah Lingle will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. First one for the senior is up and off the front of the rim, no good. Pierre really struggled from the line in a game that went 2 overtimes on Saturday. I'd like to see a better effort this night, but this one won't go either. They're 1 out of 4. Jewett with the rebound, as Lingle misses on both ends. Minute 10 to go, first half, 19-13. Brookings still with the lead. Pierre still working on a 5-0 run, though. On the defensive end here, Jewett finds the open girl. That's Gordon out on the right side. She only fakes the 3, puts it on the floor. 10 on the shot clock. Jewett will, what a tough layup up and in over Lingle with a left hand. Lingle played that one pretty well, but again, Michaela Jewett just a little bit more talented than most of the players the Lady Govs will play against. Here's Severin for 3 from Price, and Cody Severin's first 3 of the night is up and good. Here back within 5 now, 21-16 as we close out the first half, 30 seconds and counting down. Brookings with a shot clock off can play all the way down to the end of the night, of the end of the quarter rather. Resetting is Carolyn Heeb. Gives it away to Weisbeck now, working against Severin, who gets a tip, and Cody with another one as Weisbeck tried to save it. That's a takeaway for the Lady Govs, who have 6 seconds to try to close out the quarter. Inside, Rath, turnaround shot, cleanly blocked by Miller, apparently, and that is how our first half will come to an end. Pretty good first half, a lot of defense. Tight game, too. Brookings 21, Pierre 16, our score on the Wegner Auto scoreboard. That's brought to you by Wegner Auto Company of Pierre, the one place to go. In the business for 110 years and counting. Coach Scott DeBoer talking to one of the officials maybe about that block shot by Brookings to close out the period. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We've hit halftime, which is brought to you by CHS Midwest Cooperatives in 7 cities throughout central South Dakota. 2 minutes, and we're back to talk about it. You're listening to Pierre Lady Governor Basketball on 1060 KGFX and drgnews.com.
Did you know that CHS Midwest Cooperative Autumn Rewards provides qualified customers 0% interest and you don't have to give up any cash or volume discounts? That's right. At CHS Midwest Cooperative, we're working with you to provide lasting success. Customers receive full cash and volume discounts on industry-leading genetics, seed treatments, plus 0%. Your CHS Midwest Cooperative agronomist is ready to help you build a plan for success in 2019. Why wait? Contact CHS Midwest Cooperative today to learn more.
Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is counting down to 2019. All month long, we're pushing down the prices. We're giving more for your trade. We're doing better deals than the competition. We've got to make room for the new 2019s. All of this means you save, you get the best deal, and you win. Get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre today. 518 East Sioux Avenue. Call 605-224-7378 and visit gatewayflt.com. Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota, where nobody, and I mean nobody, beats a Gateway deal.
You know that in Greece, the official currency is the euro? Yeah, not the edible kind of euro, which, by the way, are 2 for $6 right now at Arby's. Euro meat with tzatziki sauce, onions, tomatoes, and lettuce on a warm, soft flatbread. So delicious. But yeah, in Greece, their paper money is called euros. Must get confusing around lunchtime. Hey, I want a couple of euros.
That'll be 6 euros, please.
Why should I give you 6 euros and only get 2 back? And on and on. These are the things I think about while enjoying 2 for $6 euros at Arby's. They have the meats.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building, the garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Welcome back. We're at the half. Halftime brought to you by CHS Midwest Cooperatives in central South Dakota. We're at 21-16, the home team with the lead. Brookings leading the Lady Governors on River 92.7. The Bobcats have a slim 2-point lead over the Govs at Riggs High. That is Brookings leading 31-29. Rod Fisher reporting that one to us here. As pretty good first half. Again, a lot of defense, slow starts, especially at the beginnings of the quarters for both teams, specifically for the Pierre Lady Governors. Brookings had a really nice start to that second quarter, but Pierre was better in the last 4 minutes of the period. Brookings still outscores Pierre 12-9 in the second period. They lead 21-16. Lady Govs a little bit cold from the floor, though. 6 of 19 on the floor, but 3 of 13 in that second period. They have hit 3 of 11 three-point shots, 1 of 4 from the free throw line. A lot of threes being put up, and it's due in large part probably to the bigger inside presence of the Lady Bobcats. Tough to get some inside looks on this night for the Lady Governors. Here is led in scoring by Mac Rath, who has all 6 of her points in the second period. Emily Michelson scored 5, all of which came in the first quarter. And Cody Severin has a three-pointer. Hallie Gronland with a mid-range 2 down for Pierre with 16 on the board. Brookings, meanwhile, 4 of 9 in the second quarter, 7 of 19 on the first half from the floor. Unofficially, Michaela Jewett leads the way with 9 points. Allie Gordon with a couple of threes has 6. Megan Lippert has a three-pointer off the bench. Kaylee Bartles with 2 off the bench, and Johanna Miller, the 6'3 junior, with just 1 point so far. Brookings has hit 3 of 5 three-pointers tonight, and they're 4 of 6 from the free throw line. They again lead by 5. But Pierre doing a great job in the rebounding game, 14-9. They have the advantage. 4-2 on the offensive end. Mac Rath unofficially with the game high honors at 6 rebounds. Michaela Jewett has 4 to lead Brookings. Pierre, though, turned the ball over 7 times in that first quarter, and in fact on their first 4 possessions before they got a shot off, but 9 turnovers overall in the first half. Brookings with just 4, all of which came in the second period, and Pierre has a 5-4 advantage in the assist column as well. 21-16 here in Brookings. Brookings with the lead, and again at Riggs High, 31-29. The Bobcat boys leading the Governors on River 92.7. We have more of our CHS Midwest Cooperatives halftime break in 2 minutes after this timeout, and you're listening to Pierre Lady Governor Basketball.
DQ fans, there's no need to stress this holiday season when you can chill out with Candy Cane Chill Blizzard of the Month. Made with peppermint candy cane pieces, Choco Chunks, and world-famous DQ Soft Serve. It's the perfect treat to help you kick back, relax, and enjoy the holiday season. Dairy Queen style. Take some time today and try the Candy Cane Chill Blizzard of the Month, only at your DQ. This is fan food, not fast food.
Wegner Auto in Pierre is the one place to go for all your automotive needs. Need a vehicle? Wegner Auto has the region's largest selection with 7 new vehicle lines. Buick, GMC, Nissan, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, as well as over 250 quality pre-owned vehicles. Or shop online anytime at WegnerAuto.com. Need service? Our exceptional service technicians are master-level trained and certified for the best deals in Central South Dakota. See why your friends and neighbors are driving vehicles from Wegner Auto in Pierre, making friends since 1907.
Don't be whiny. Protect your hiney. Up to 90% of colon cancer can be avoided with routine colonoscopies, yet 1/3 of adults skip their colonoscopy. We understand why you're whining, but colon prep is manageable. It's one evening followed by a simple procedure that could save your life. So what are you waiting for? Don't be whiny. Protect your hiney. Schedule a colonoscopy at avera.org/colon or call 888-422-1410.
The most dependable, longest-lasting truck on the road, the Chevy Silverado. And right now at Beck Motor Company, you can get into this truck with over 11 grand in savings. Cargo box lighting, remote tailgate, heated seats, 110 power outlet, cargo tie-downs, trailering package, 4G LTE Wi-Fi. The Chevy Silverado has it all. See this truck at beck-motors.com, then hurry in. Offer ends December 31st. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Welcome back to Bob Jostad Gym in Brookings. Brian Oakland with a play-by-play. Still at the half, and Brookings leading the Lady Governors 21-16. Back-to-back nights of girls basketball on KGFX. Tonight, with the Lady Govs and Brookings tomorrow. Pierre will play their home opener as they entertain second-ranked Sioux Falls O'Gorman. Tough battle tomorrow night coming as right now Sioux Falls O'Gorman, I believe this is a girls' score, leading Sioux Falls Lincoln 20-17. It could be a boys' score, I'm not sure, but maybe a girls' score. I think we'll go with a girls' score until we hear otherwise. So Sioux Falls O'Gorman in a tight one with another very good Sioux Falls team in Sioux Falls Lincoln. So O'Gorman could be very battle-tested when they come to Riggs High tomorrow. That'll be another 7 o'clock tip-off, and we'll be on the air at about 6:35 tomorrow night. Hope you can join us as we close out the pre-Christmas portion of our girls basketball schedule on KGFX. Don't forget the YouTube live stream is up and running. Got some people joining us in that route. We certainly thank you for doing that. If you want to see these games as well as hear all of our KGFX and Dakota Radio Group broadcasts, subscribe to our respective channels, in this case KGFX 1060. You can see and hear our broadcasts along with it through youtube.com. And not only that, but on our Dakota Radio Group YouTube channel, you can view back on demand all of our broadcasts of all of our Dakota Radio Group broadcasts. And that is a girls' score. Thanks very much to our score master, our technical director, Jeff Duncan, back in studio. Sioux Falls O'Gorman leading Lincoln 20-16. Here again, it's 20-17 rather in Sioux Falls. Here again, it is 21-16. Brookings leading the Lady Govs. Is a nice job by the Brookings pep band to keep the crowd entertained. Lady Governors are out on the floor ready to go to start the second half. Brookings still getting their final instructions. As, again, other games going on tonight with Sioux Falls Roosevelt playing at Harrisburg. Brandon Valley and Mitchell probably have a good one going in Brandon tonight. The Lynx are out to a 4-0 start. And tell you what, they have looked very impressive in some of the scores that they have put up on the board. Some of the teams that they have beaten so far as well. It's a fast team, and they've been generating a lot of offense here in the early going of the season. We won't see them until well, probably in February when they come. February 2nd, I believe we may be going to Brandon on that one. Don't worry about that. Let's worry about the Bobcats as our second half is underway. Second half throw-in like the opening tip, sponsored by Lynn's Dakota Mart stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Allie Gordon hit a couple of threes in the first half, but misses on the first attempt here to begin the second half of play. Allie Gronlund with the rebound, and the Lady Govs in business, trying to cut into a 5-point deficit. Gronlund with Mac Rath, Hannah Lingle, Emily Michelson, and Cody Severin, who has it now. The starting five. Michelson comes around, spins around the defense, puts a shot up, no good. Rebound kept alive by Lingle as Gronlund will feed to Mac Rath, and McKenzie will put it up and in from three-point range. Up top, and just like that, we've got a 2-point ball game. Good job on keep alive again by Hannah Lingle. Coming right back, though, Michaela Jewett hits her first three-pointer of the night. And Brookings counters right back to a 5-point lead. 24-19. Better start for both teams. Here's a lob pass inside that is intercepted, though, by Johanna Miller. Miller in there with Jewett, Ava Burns, Carolyn Heeb, and Allie Gordon. Here's a three ball, second in a row for Michaela Jewett. First one came from the left wing, second one from the right side. And Jewett has the Bobcats up by 27-19 count. They led by 11 at 19-8 in the second quarter, but Pierre came back nicely off of that double-digit deficit. Here's Rath up top. Patient possession here for Pierre as Severin works it inside to Lingle, and another long arm block shot. This one by Jewett. Lingle is denied. Up the other way, and underneath Jewett feeding to Johanna Miller for two. Brookings getting a rhythm on the offensive end after Pierre hit the first shot of the second half. The lead is up to 10 now. Michelson penetrates and feeds down to Rath, who tries to go across the lane, but Ava Burns picks a pass off, so a couple of turnovers here for the Lady Governors. Up ahead to Jewett. Now Severin will return the favor. She'll pick off a pass heading for the entry into the paint. Here comes Michelson, bounces off of Ava Burns a couple of times in the act of shooting. This will be a foul on Burns, who sat for the entire second quarter in foul trouble. Now she'll pick up, nope, I thought it was going to be Burns. It was 12 instead of 22. And it'll be the first personal for Carolyn Hebe. For the Bobcats, Michelson's first free throw attempt of the night is up and good. That's her first point since the first quarter. 6 points for Emily. Katie Williams checks in. Hallie Gronland is out. For substitutions in for the Lady Govs, it looks like, I believe, Kenzie Gronland is now checked in as well for Hannah Lingle. Second freebie for Michelson is good. Talking about Brandon Valley and how good they are, they lead Mitchell at the half, 39-11. They walk in the park for the top-ranked Lynx down in Brandon so far tonight through one half of basketball. 29-21 here. Brookings leads by 8 with the basketball. Brookings in home white with red numbers, heading far court to near. Lady Govs in road black head the other way, and here's another three ball. This one from Jewett to Carolyn Hebe, who puts her first basket of the night up and in. That is 3 3-pointers in 4 attempts for Brookings here to start the second half. Michelson will drive, tried to kick it across. Rath down to the floor to keep it alive, and a good job with hustle by Mac Rath. Tell you what, you drive inside against these Bobcats, you just don't expect how long the arms are. Johanna Miller, 6'3", Michaela Jewett, the 6-footer, and they're knocking everything away. Mac Rath did a great job. And keep alive. Ball trickled away out of bounds, and Pierre has thrown it in. Now a 10 on the shot clock, online, but a little bit short. Here is Severin with an offensive rebound. Tried a hook shot to put it back up, and is off the mark. No good. Boy, Emily Michelson, from my angle, was absolutely spot on as far as the line on that three-pointer, but it came off the front of the rim and was no good. Now Severin trying to get the rebound back off of her miss was called for the foul. First team foul, first personal for Cody. Here's Gordon with her feet on the arc. Shot up in the left wing, no good. Miller, offensive rebound, up and good. Well, you can see why Brookings is off to a 3-1 start. Second chance baskets. Pierre was the better rebounding team of the first half of play. Now Miller gets an easy interception of a pass from Katie Williams. I don't know if Katie saw her at all, but Pierre's got to step up on the offensive end, play with a little more urgency. Here's a miss by Gordon inside. After Severin flew right by, Rath is involved. It'll be a Pierre basketball. That'll be I think it was a jump ball that was called. Pierre with a possession arrow after Brookings started with the first possession of the second half. Substitutions in and out. Ava Burns has sat for Brookings. Hannah Lingle checks in for Pierre. And Hallie Gronland perhaps is out. It's Lingle, Williams, and Kenzie Gronland with Michelson and Kylie Thorpe, who is now checked in. So Mac Rath is taking a break on the bench as well. Here's Gronland up top to Williams, inside Lingle, and tries to go immediately up and under and around Johanna Miller, and Miller called for her second foul. That'll send Hannah Lingle to the free throw line. 13-point advantage for Brookings, 34-21. Lingle trying to cut into that, but a free throw off the front of the rim is no good. Miller will check out. Kaylee Bartles, the 5'9" senior, back in for Brookings. Lingle looking to get one free throw down. It's up and good. First one in 4 tries. That's her first point of the night. The lead back to 12, 34-22. Bobcats with the basketball coming this way. Hebe across the timeline. Leaves it with Allie Gordon, who crosses over against Kylie Thorpe. Kylie keeping pace. Now Gordon will get it back, and the three-pointer off the front of the rim, no good, and we've got a rebounding foul on the block out. This will go against Regan Weisbeck, the 5'8" senior who has checked into the game. Team foul number 3 for the Bobcats. Quick substitutions in again. Lingle and Williams are out. Remington Price, the 5'4" 8th grader, in for the first time in the second half. Cody Severin joins her. So both bigs for the Lady Governors on the bench right now, and Hannah Lingle and Mac Rath. And we have a hooking foul away from the basketball. everybody's staying on that end. This is apparently against the Bobcats. And it'll be on Bartles, her first. That's 4 for Brookings. Lady Govs only have 1 foul so far in the second half. We've got 3:07 to go, third quarter. Brookings leads by 12. Pierre looking to cut into that. Thorpe back to Price. Now it's Severin out on the right side in front of the Lady Gov bench. Crossover to Michelson for 3. No good. Severin with an offensive board while up in the air. Tried to get the bunny to go. Comes up short but is fouled in the process. Shots really aren't falling with any regularity for the Lady Govs right now, but they are still hustling on the rebounding side of things. Severin to shoot 2. First one is good. The foul was whistled on number 10, Weisbeck, and that is her second. Another score from the metro area. Harrisburg leading Sioux Falls Roosevelt by quite a margin at the half, 32-13. Roosevelt off to an 0-4 start this season. Rath checking back in between free throws. Not so sure. I think I may have seen Michaela. Nope, Michaela's still in there. Jewett, that is, as Severin hits the second free throw. But Brookings has Ava Burns, starting guard, back in the on the floor as well. 3 in a row for the Lady Govs, back within 10, 34-24, with 2:40 to go. Burns steps inside the top of the key from the free throw line. The shot is up and good. Ava Burns on an assist from Michaela Jewett, which unofficially would be her 5th of the night. 36-24, another dozen-point lead here for the Bobcats. Left elbow with it is Rath making her move. Turnaround shot up, no good. Came back to her off of a Jewett tip, and as Rath had it, they've gotten it tipped away. It comes down into the hands of Megan Lippert. It was a nice move by Rath. Now up quickly. It is good for Burns again. Ava Burns, second straight basket. Lead up to 14. Layup short by Michelson. Emily struggling on the floor tonight, but Pierre keeps it alive again. Up top, over to Price. Right side, bounces it into Rath off of the right block. She'll kick out. Severin for 3. Good look on that one. Can't get it to go. Rath tries to reach around Jewett and is called for the foul. On the rebound, good effort for Mack, but this will be her 3rd personal foul. Sometimes it's kind of a basketball cliche. Sometimes you live by the 3, you die by the 3. Right now, the Lady Govs are having to shoot perimeter jumpers because there's just too much traffic and too much space being taken up by the bigs of the Brookings Bobcats. Meanwhile, Brookings is red hot from beyond the arc in the 3rd quarter. Burns feeds Jewett. Michaela Jewett, 3 for 3 out there. Now with 18 points in the game. 9 of those here in the 3rd period, 41-24. Rath thinks about the answer and then pulls the trigger. Price keeps it alive. Shot up, no good. Got a rebound again. And then is fouled and will go to the free throw line. Remington Price, a player, a youngster, that the Lady Govs are really excited about. I had a long conversation with JV head coach Tiffany Benham about Remington Price and the game that she played tonight. Scored 21 points in that junior varsity win, which the Lady Govs won handily. Jewett and Heeb will check out for the Bobcats. Price hit the first free throw, but Pierre's got a big hill to climb with a minute to go in the 3rd quarter. Second free throw is good as well. Brookings 41, Lady Governors 26. A 5-point halftime lead is up to 15. It was at 17. Here's Price coming back into the play and taking the steal away. Up ahead now, Michelson splits defenders, and the scoop is up and in. Pretty move for Emily Michelson, who got around Burns and another Lady Bobcat. You're not going away. 41-28, final 35 seconds, counting down here in the 3rd period. Burns is up top looking for 3, and my goodness. You know, last Saturday, the Spearfish Lady Spartans could not miss, and right now here in the 3rd quarter, the Brookings Bobcats, on most occasions, cannot miss. They're 5 of 7 from long range in this 3rd quarter alone. That would be 8 of 12 on the night. overall. 7 seconds to go. Michelson against Burns. Steps back. Fires a three. It rims in and out. No good. Brookings has the rebound, and that is the end of the third quarter of play. On the Wagner Auto scoreboard, Brookings really opening up a comfortable lead now as they lead Pierre 44-28. Wagner Auto Company of Pierre, the one place to go. We're back in 60 seconds for the fourth. You're listening to Lady Governor Basketball on 1060 KGFX and drgnews.com.
Hi, I am Slade Weller, and I am Pitts Corporation's local branch manager. Pitts Corporation is a commercial architecture, construction management, and construction company serving South Dakota for over 65 years. I am a local of Pierre and have over 20 years of construction experience. With architects, estimators, project managers, superintendents, and a quality group of trade professionals on staff, Pitts Corporation is ideally set up to assist you with future building needs. Please call 223-2440 or stop by our office on Airport Road to set up your initial free consultation.
It's that time of year. Colds, the flu, or I just feel awful. Lynn's Dakota Mart Pharmacy in Pierre is here to help with the products you need to feel better fast. Need a flu shot? We offer flu shots Monday through Saturday. Walk-ins welcome. Don't feel like coming in to pick up your prescriptions? We'll come to you. We offer free local delivery. Lynn's Dakota Mart Pharmacy. Locally owned, locally loved. Visit us online at lynsdakotamartrx.com.
Back in Brookings, we'll go to the fourth quarter at 23-12, scoring advantage or scoring barrage for the Brookings Lady Bobcats. 5 of 7 from beyond the arc. They try a three to start the fourth quarter. But the miss by Carolyn Heeb, pulled down by Pierre, and a foul on the entry pass to Mac Rath, and Rath is at the free throw line as they say she was in the act of shooting, so a quick start to the fourth quarter here. Foul is on Regan Weisbach off the bench with her third personal. She's still in there, I believe. Kaylee Bartles was in. That's team foul number 7, actually, so Rath was not in the act of shooting. That puts Pierre in the bonus, and Max got the front end, and she'll try for another. Second free throw is up. That one's off the mark. No good. Pierre did a good job shooting freebies in that third quarter, though. They did go 7 out of 8, something that we were hoping to see a better effort of from the free throw line here tonight. Miller out on the perimeter. Gets rid of it. Burns. Brookings swings it all the way around. They find Jewett in the corner. This three will not fall after she hit 3 in a row in that third quarter. Michelson with a rebound. Pierre heading the other direction. Now Michelson will lose the basketball into the hands of Allie Gordon. I think she took a bump. Now Jewett, and a foul is going to be called. Brookings in transition, looking for an easy bucket. Pierre got back, but just a little bit late. They do deny the basket. And it's just a first personal foul for Kenzie Gronland. Just a third team foul for the Lady Govs here in the second half, but Jewett hits the first of 2. She's 4 out of 5 with another one coming from the stripe. Michaela Jewett now with a chance for 20 points, and she's got that one down as well. So up to 20 for the standout senior who was an all-state volleyball player and probably will be an all-state basketball player at the end of this season as well. 46-29, biggest lead matched by Brookings on the night. Free throw line attempt by Rath is no good. Severin looking to run it down. It was knocked away, apparently by one of the Bobcats, and Pierre will get another opportunity. Shooting percentage isn't all that good for the Lady Govs. It really seemed in that third quarter like they were getting some really good looks. Seems to me like they hit more than 2 out of 10 shots. If that was the case, they did most of their scoring from the free throw line in the third period. Like I was saying, they just, it seemed like they hit more shots. It just wasn't the case. Here's an open space for 3, and Michelson hits her first bomb of the night since the first quarter. Emily was 7 now in the second half. She has 12 points, 46-32. Pierre still needs a lot of defensive stops. As Brookings swings it around, here comes Jewett. The 6-footer pull-up from 6 feet out is no good. Rebound off of a couple of tips comes right back to her, though, and she'll put it up and in from in the paint. Michaela Jewett with no quit on that play. 48-32, Lady Governors trailing. Rath over to Kenzie Gronlund, and she picks her dribble up and drags the pivot foot. Another turnover here. Couple of scores to pass along in the AA ranks. Sioux Falls O'Gorman leads Sioux Falls Lincoln 31-24 between a matchup of two top 5 teams. That's the end of the third quarter. Of course, O'Gorman coming to Pierre tomorrow night. It will have that game at Riggs High Gym here on KGFX with the Lady Gov home opener. In the lane goes Regan Weisbeck. Kick out. Allie Gordon. Free ball is good. Allie Gordon with 3 threes on the night, 51-32 as the lead continues to grow. And the biggest lead of the night continues to grow for Brookings. 5:15, counting down, we're in the fourth. Crossover. Michelson doesn't use the glass on the runner, but got her own rebound as it comes right back to her. Another opportunity. This one no good. And this time Brookings will come down with the board. Up ahead quickly. Down in front of us, Gordon will get it back out on top. Jewett tries to split defenders. Rath on the clean block, and they head the other way. Lady Govs have the numbers. Michelson up ahead. Was that not a reach? Apparently not. Michelson misses the shot, but Rath with an offensive rebound. She instead will be fouled and go to the free throw line. Well, he's looking from a long ways away, but Michelson driving right side. It looked like Carolyn Heeb stuck her hand right in there and interrupted the shot. I can't imagine that'd be an unlikely clean block, but that's the way it went. But Rath again hustling and another offensive rebound, and she will get the first of 2 free throws. A foul is called on Miller, which is her third. Ava Burns will check in for Weisbeck. Somebody else just checked out for the Cats. But Rath will get the free throw. 51-33, Brookings leading. Another one coming from Mack. Up and good. Mack 4 out of 6 from the line now. 14 points after somewhat of a slow start, and a timeout's going to be called. First of the night called by Mitch McLagan and the Brookings Lady Bobcats. 4:38 to go in the fourth quarter. This will be a full timeout as Pierre trails 51-34 back in 60 seconds. This is Lady Governor basketball.
At Dakota Mac, we offer more than 30-year fixed-rate mortgages and access to working capital. We offer you our grit, our determination, and our expertise. If you're looking for more than ag business as usual, dig deeper with Dakota Mac. Visit dakotamac.com, equal housing lender.
First Dakota National Bank in Pierre and Blunt are your local Dakota Mac Ag real estate specialist. Are you ready to dig deeper? Give us a call today at 605-224-5817.
The attorneys at May Adam Law Firm have been serving South Dakotans statewide since 1881. Whether you have questions about family law, you want an estate plan, you need legal advice on a business deal or an agricultural transaction, or you've been injured in an accident, the May Adam lawyers will represent you in life's most important decisions. We are located in Pierre and have been traveling across the state protecting our clients' legal rights. Call May Adam at 224-8803 and ask for Katie, or visit our website, mayadam.net.
Back in Brookings as you listen to Pierre Lady Governor basketball on your official home of the Govs and Lady Govs, 1060 KGFX, the stations of the Dakota Radio Group. I'm Brian Oakland. KGFX, a member of the Dakota Radio Group, of course. We're on drgnews.com. Live stream is up and running through YouTube and the KGFX channel. 3 ball out of the timeout by Jewett, missed. Emily Michelson wins the battle for the rebound, takes it the other way and spins into the lane, and a nice little hook shot for Emily is up and good. 51-36, back to 15. With the lead for the Bobcats coming down to the halfway mark of our fourth quarter of play. Johanna Miller in the lane, spins up and over the top of Rath, who almost lost it out of bounds, but keeps it in play and gives it off to Michelson. Here we'll head the other direction as Michelson and Rath set it up. Remington Price in there was the cutter. Rath did not feed. Now Katie Williams, I believe that is. Yep, it is. Gives it to Rath. Michelson out on the corner, steps in, fires from 10, and it's up short. Caught on the fly by Jewett. So the Bobcats, who can run some clock a little bit. One thing about it, the Lady Governors, in comparison to the other opponents that Brookings has had so far this season, one of the higher point totals in the first 5 games. There's a nice pass. What a pass. Double teamed was Michaela Jewett. And with her back to Johanna Miller, just dumped it right over her shoulder and over the top of Rath and Williams and feeds Johanna Miller, who gets it up and in for 2. Eyes in the back of the head for Michaela Jewett. Here's Thorpe on the drive. Baseline pass across the lane to Rath, and her left-handed attempt is no good. Rath going after the basketball, and that's one that Mac's got to back off on. That'll be Mac Rath's 4th personal. Mac gets feisty when somebody gets something that she wants, and in that case, there might have been contact, but clean play for Johanna Miller. Miller and Jewett have both had several blocked shots tonight. 53-36, Brookings breaks the pressure put on by the Lady Govs. Allie Gordon will play it patiently and set the offense up. Here is Heeb on the cut. Nope, Jewett not there. It's Williams who steps in and takes the steal away. Now Michelson up ahead. Reverse on the right side is no good. She might have gotten bumped away from the basket. She put it up too strong. Taken down by Brookings. Spin move, clean block here from the denial of Jewett, but Brookings will keep it alive, and they'll take another timeout as the ball headed over to the Brookings bench, and they collected it there. 32nd timeout called by the new guy in town, Mitch McLagan. 2:11 to play. We'll take a 30-second break. 53-36, all Brookings here in the second half on KGFX.
Sunday is a day of rest, so take the day off from the kitchen and let the Ramkota prepare breakfast. Bring the family to the Ramkota Sunday Buffet. You'll find a variety of hot, hearty breakfast items to start your day off right. The buffet begins with breakfast items at 8 a.m. Lunch items are added at 10:30. Seniors save $1 off the adult price on their buffet meals, too. The Sunday Buffet, served from 8 till 1:30 at the Ramkota River Center Cafe. And if you have guests coming, be sure to check out the Ramkota's Internet Room Specials.
Back in Brookings again, 53-36. Brookings coming into the game 3-1. In great shape to go to 4-1. And going to be a tough team, I think, for some of the better teams in the state to beat. Brookings has had kind of a light schedule to begin the season, but all in all, a very complete basketball squad here. Under 2 minutes to go, but 5 left on the shot clock as we came back out of the timeout. Michaela Jewett takes care of business. A swish from 10 feet out on the left side. Brookings led 21-16 at the half. They scored 23 in the third quarter. Here's a nice drive and the left-handed shot up and good, plus the foul. And Katie Williams with the bucket down will go to the free throw line to shoot one more. 9 fouls for Brookings here now in the second half. So Pierre will be in the double bonus the rest of the way. This foul goes to Kaylee Bartles, which is her second. Michelson and Rath are going to check out, and Scott DeBoer probably give them the rest of the night off. Coach McLagan going to send a 5-for-5 switch in for Brookings as well. 55-38, Katie Williams waits to shoot. So Gordon, Burns, Bartles, Heeb, and Jewett will check out. Jewett with 22 points if memory serves. We'll get you some Brookings names and numbers. We can see a 5'6" junior, Kennedy Schaefer. And here's Katie Williams shooting a free throw. 3-point play will not be completed. Brookings down with a rebound. Celia Dobrinsky, a 5'7" senior, with that rebound. Megan Lippert, who has played a couple of trips back in there, but she'll get her pocket picked by Cody Severin. Severin, the only starter, I believe, still in there. Well, Hallie Gronlund, nope. Let's see, Severin, Price, Maya Keenholtz on the floor for the first time. Here's Price with a runner from the baseline, a little bit wild this time. Caught on the fly by Lippert, who will bring it across the timeline and get tied up by Cody Severin. For Pierre, it is Severin leading the way with Remington Price, Maya Keenholtz, Katie Williams still in there, and also our first look at Jessica Lutmer, a 5'4" sophomore who, like Remington Price, also played very well and scored in double figures in that junior varsity win this afternoon. Final minute we go, 55-38. Brookings will improve to 4-1. The Lady Govs will fall to 0-3. Cody Severin drives into the paint. Shot attempt is up, no good, but a foul will be called. Cody will get free throws. Megan Lippert with her first personal foul. 45 seconds to play. Severin's free throw is good. She'll get another. Just a three-pointer and 3 free throws for Cody tonight. 6 points with a chance for number 7 upcoming. And that one is up. And off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down underneath by Brookings. Clarissa Miller, a 5'8" junior. Lippert brings it across the timeline. Far court to near. They work it inside. Shot is up and good. And this is Emily Rystrom, a 5'9" junior, with her first basket of the night, fed by Kennedy Schaefer. 57-39. All Brookings. Severin wants 3. Left side, no good. Rebound by Kylie Thorpe, and the shot on the putback up and off the mark, no good. And we've got a whistle. I think Brookings had the rebound, but they stepped on the end line. So the Lady Govs have the last 9.5 seconds to try to get something positive down. Maybe they can hit the 40 spot here. Price steps inside the arc, shot up a little bit short. Boy, everything fell for Remington in that JV game, but a different story in the varsity contest tonight. There's your final horn. And on the Wagner Auto scoreboard, Brookings gets the victory with a 57-39 win over the Pierre Lady Governors. Wagner Auto Company of Pierre is the one place to go, and we will pause for 2 minutes. Our post-game show comes up next. A great second half of the Brookings Bobcats in securing the win tonight over the Pierre Lady Governors. You're listening to Lady Gov Basketball on KGFX and DRGnews.com.
Do you know that in Greece, the official currency is the euro? Yeah, not the edible kind of euro, which, by the way, are 2 for $6 right now at Arby's. Euro meat with tzatziki sauce, onions, tomatoes, and lettuce on a warm, soft flatbread. So delicious. But yeah, in Greece, their paper money is called euros. Confusing around lunchtime. Hey, I want a couple of euros.
That'll be €6, please.
Why should I give you €6 and only get 2 back? And on and on. These are the things I think about while enjoying 2 for $6 euros at Arby's. They have the meats.
Wagner Auto in Pierre is the one place to go for all your automotive needs. Need a vehicle? Wagner Auto has the region's largest selection with 7 new vehicle lines. Buick, GMC, Nissan, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeep, as well as over 250 quality pre-owned vehicles. Or shop online anytime at WagnerAuto.com. Need service? Our exceptional service technicians are master-level trained and certified for the best deals in Central South Dakota. See why your friends and neighbors are driving vehicles from Wagner Auto in Pierre, making friends since 1907.
If your checking account earns little or no interest and charges you ATM fees, isn't it time for a new checking account? At Bank West, E-Plus checking customers earn a great interest rate and never pay ATM fees. Can your current checking account do that? Switching to E-Plus is easy. Visit us online at bankwest-sd.bank or work with a friendly staff at one of our convenient locations. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Edgewood Senior Living in Pierre.
I was doing my devotions and I knew that I couldn't be alone much longer. And I was praying, Lord, what am I going to do? Because I don't know where to go. And there was the ad for Edgewood. I am very well taken care of and I enjoy it thoroughly. Oh gosh, I enjoy all the entertainment. I like the exercise. I like the food.
Call 494-3400. Edgewood Senior Living in Pierre. This is home.
Well, an impressive showing by the Brookings Lady Bobcats in the second half as they break open a 5-point halftime lead, which was 21-16, and they outscore Pierre to the tune of 36-23 in that second half of play. 23-12 in the third quarter alone when they went up 44-28. They outscore Pierre 13-11 in the fourth, and they win this one by 18, 57-39. Brookings shot very well on the floor. The Lady Govs did, I think, in large part due to the fact of the size of Brookings clogging the paint Pierre's got to settle for some low percentage shots, and even though they had good looks, tonight just wasn't their night. The shots were not falling, not even for Emily Michelson, who tends to get a lot of perimeter shots and some of these spot-up shots to go inside the three-point arc, especially those runners in the lane. Just things were not falling. Emily does finish with 14 points. Mac Rath with 12 to lead the way for the Lady Governors. The rest of the scoring falls off from there, though. Cody Severin with 6, 2 points apiece for Remington Price, Katie Williams, and for Hallie Gronlund. Just 1 point for Hannah Lingle tonight to top out at 39 for the Lady Govs, who shoot just 5 of 23 in that second half on the floor. 11 of 42 on the game. Between 25 and 30% is all they'll muster tonight. They're 5 of 19 from outside the arc, but a not bad 12 of 19, or at least a better 12 of 19 from the free throw line for the Lady Governors, with 39 on the board. And again, Michelson with just 14, Mac Rath with 12 after 2 higher scoring efforts in her first 2 games of the season. For Brookings, though, 14 of 24 in the second half. That's 21 of 43, just under 50% for the game, but a stellar 9 out of 16. And that's a lackluster 1 out of 4 from behind the arc in the fourth quarter. They were 8 out of 12 after 3 quarters, but 9 of 16 from outside the arc. Brookings didn't get to the free throw line as much as it looked like they were going to. They hit, however, 6 out of 8. They do the job there, and they get 8 players in the scoring column. Just 1 double-figure scorer, as it'll be. Hey, Alan, say hi to Pierre. That's Alan.
Hi, Pierre. Miss you guys.
Alan Gordon, former Pierre governor, shaking our hands, and say Merry Christmas to him, too. So, Michaela Jewett, though, 24 points to lead all Bobcats. And, Alan's daughter, Allie Gordon, hits 3 threes on the night, and he'll finish with, with 9 points. Next in line, Ava Burns and Johanna Miller with 7 points apiece. 3 points from Carolyn Heeb, another 3 off the bench for Megan Lippert. 2 points for Emily Rystrom off the bench, and Kaylee Bartles as well with 2. 57-39, Brookings gets the win. As Coach Scott DeBoer joins us, we'll let him catch his breath just a little bit. Pierre did out-rebound Brookings unofficially 28-20 overall, and on the offensive end, Pierre showing the hustle. Got them with 12 offensive rebounds compared to just 4 unofficially for Brookings. Bobcats turned it over just 8 times. Pierre with 14. Half of those, though, in the first quarter. 5 make it 6 assists for the Lady Govs, but 14 in a good passing game assists for the Brookings Bobcats. An 18-point win for the Bobcats, and we talked with Scott DeBoer about that, Coach. A couple of things. We were just talking about rebounding, and I think all in all, you got to be pleased with the way your team rebounded in what was another hot shooting night, all in all, from your opponent, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, if we out-rebounded them, that's one of our goals. And, I thought a lot of that came down to we fought a lot better than we have been on the boards. I thought we did a really good job of knowing we had to box out, stepping into girls, and being okay with being physical, going after rebounds. And we were smarter about pursuing offensive rebounds. Cody got a couple that were really big, at times when we had chances to maybe cut the deficit a little bit that we didn't necessarily get shots out of, but at least we're giving ourselves chances now. We're understanding how hard we got to compete. We just got to be a little smarter about what we're doing.
And the shooting percentage, I think when Brookings takes up so much space and their length in the lane and all of the hands that they get, they blocked a lot of shots. They knocked a lot of those entry bounce passes away. And, you kind of have to settle as a result for perimeter jump shots. You're taking lower percentage shots, and I think the field goal percentage it just wasn't your night in that regard.
Well, we talked about in the pregame, a couple times we broke down defensively where we know we have to focus on getting post doubles, and we had it, and then we doubled down from the ball too. So now we're using 3 girls to occupy a post catch, and then they kicked out for I think 2, maybe 3 threes in the first half that way. Those really hurt us in the second quarter. In the third quarter, we're getting a little bit more of what we wanted to, but again, they're in rhythm, or we don't have our third helper, the the play coming over, and that's a tough thing to do. And so, I mean, those are things that have to come along, but sometimes they take time. That's something where if we can get the first level, the second level of help, the third girl's got to be talking and reading, and, we were just a little late to that one a couple times in the second half.
All in all, I think I like the shot selection, especially that third quarter when Brookings was hitting their threes. You're getting some good looks at threes, and usually I think as the season progresses, you're going to hit those shots, but so I like the looks. And the other thing I like tonight, especially in that first half, really good ball movement around and quick ball movement too. A lot quicker, I think, than what maybe you saw the last couple of weekends.
Yeah, and that's what we talked about our girls. I mean, it's really the people that are maybe outside of our locker room, less knowledgeable about what we're trying to do, maybe get fixated on the score, and it is what it is. But if we're smarter about, our possessions maybe take a little bit longer, a little bit more patience, then they don't get some of that stuff in transition. They don't get as many possessions to score, and we're getting even better shots. We moved the ball all right, but we weren't moving our bodies to make our defenders engage any. So we're moving it quick, and that's something that we want to do. We want to have a pace offensively, but we also need to be into whatever we're trying to do, whether it's cutting or screening. And we did a lot of standing around, and our girls recognize it. It's just something that all of them need to recognize it. All of them need to be moving so that we're on the same page, and we get a lot more efficient that way too.
Yeah, you betcha. Tough match tonight. It certainly doesn't get any easier tomorrow. You get your home opener finally, but a tough opponent in Sioux Falls O'Gorman coming in, and I guess the good news is you get right back out and get another game. The bad news is the opponent, like you said, isn't any easier.
Right, and we've got to be able to rebound off a rest, which we haven't done yet. We play some girls a lot of minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought our fight tonight was really fun to watch. If we, O'Gorman's similar to Brookings. Their post players are maybe a little bit more skilled. And I think their shooters are a little bit more consistent than Brookings probably has over the course of the season. But it's a similar style, and so we've got to do a lot of the same things, and then hopefully we're a little bit sharper. But if we compete like this and we stay together as far as what we need to work on, I'll take this team to March 1st, and that's really what matters to these girls. So.
Sounds good. We'll look forward to seeing that one tomorrow night then, Coach.
All right, thanks.
Scott DeBoer, the head coach of the Lady Governors, as Pierre will fall on this night 57-39. Let's take a 2-minute timeout, and we're back with more of the postgame. You're listening to Pierre Lady Governor basketball.
Hi, I am Slade Weller, and I am Pitts Corporation's local branch manager. Pitts Corporation is a commercial architecture, construction management, and construction company serving South Dakota for over 65 years. I am a local peer and have over 20 years of construction experience. With architects, estimators, project managers, superintendents, and a quality group of trade professionals on staff, Pitts Corporation is ideally set up to assist you with your future building needs. Please call 223-2440 or stop by our office on Airport Road to set up your initial free consultation.
Looking to do good this holiday season but never seem to have any extra cash? Owyhee Federal Credit Union has you covered. If you have a loan with us for a small fee, you can skip one or all of your loan payments for either the month of November, December, or January. A portion of that fee will go to support a local charity. Just one way you can help us make our community a better place. Stop in and see us at 221 East Pleasant Drive in Pierre.
Owyhee Federal Credit Union.
This Governor Sports Moment is brought to you by the independent insurance team at Fisher Rounds and Associates of Pierre. Head boys basketball coach Terry Becker has been one of the most successful basketball coaches in South Dakota since coming to Pierre in 2004. After 2 state tournament appearances and 1 state championship in the Class B ranks, Coach Becker has taken Pierre to 7 state tournaments in his 9 years, including a state championship in 2013 and runner-up in 2006. Pierre Governor head boys basketball coach Terry Becker, one of Pierre's finest. This Governor Sports Moment has been brought to you by Fisher Rounds and Associates of Pierre.
Top of the morning, TMA. This is John. May I help you?
At TMA, top-notch service begins the moment you call for an appointment. John at TMA believes in customer service and quality work. When you need tires repaired or replaced, TMA is the place to go. Just remember, if it's round, rubber, and rolls, it's at TMA. You can count on TMA for all of your automotive needs, from tires to mufflers to all automotive repairs. Call TMA at 224-6167, and your service begins with...
Top of the morning, TMA. This is John. May I help you?
Back with more in the postgame here in Brookings. Bobcats win at 57-39. They're late in the game at Riggs High Gym. The boys' game also being led by Brookings, and the Bobcats lead 64-56 in the final minute. Looks like the Govs going to be hard pressed to keep their good start alive as they are facing up with their first loss of the season. We'll update a little bit more on that in just a bit. Both teams get to turn around and go against Sioux Falls O'Gorman, though, tomorrow. The boys on the road in Sioux Falls and on River 92.7. The Lady Govs, again, here on KGFX tomorrow, hosting Sioux Falls O'Gorman with the 7 o'clock tip. More on that in just a bit. We have, we got some other business to take care of. Had some rebounding battles. Talked with the coach DeBoer about that, but Mac Rath led the Lady Govs individually with 9 rebounds unofficially. Michaela Jewett did have 7 to lead Brookings, among others. She also had 6 assists to go with her 24 points to lead the way for Brookings. To talk about players of the game, which are coming to us courtesy of Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre. And Bauman Lumber, as always, our player of the game sponsor. Not going to be a tough decision tonight. For the Lady Governors, you can look in the losing side of things. Emily Michelson with 14 points. Mac Rath had to play a physical game tonight. She'll finish with 12, and again, team high honors in the rebounding. Coach DeBoer mentioned some good rebounding from Cody Severin. I thought she kept the ball alive pretty well all evening long, and it's good to see some of these youngsters getting in there for the Lady Governors and contributing as well. In the likes of Katie Williams, Remington Price, Kylie Thorpe had a rough night tonight, but continuing to get a little more quality minutes here as each game will progress. For Brookings, boy, take your pick. Allie Gordon hit some early threes to help build a little bit of a cushion where Michaela Jewett went a little bit quiet for a while in that first half of play. Johanna Miller obviously blocking shots, playing some good defense. They had 5 different people hitting three-pointers, but of course with 24 points and 7 rebounds and 6 assists, among other things that Michaela Jewett does. It's our first opportunity to see her on KGFX and kind of the default honoree of our player of the game. So Michaela Jewett will get the T-shirt in the name of KGFX Sports, and Bauman Lumber noting her accomplishments. Michaela Jewett is tonight's Bauman Lumber player of the game. The Governor game has just come to an end. The Governors fall 70-59 to Brookings as they fall to 2-1 on the season. Other scores that we have to pass along: Brandon Valley has defeated Mitchell 63-46, and Sioux Falls O'Gorman defeated Lincoln 48-32. Harrisburg was leading Sioux Falls Roosevelt handily at the half. Have some area scores as well. Lower Brule in girls basketball defeated Phillip 52-42. The ladies Sioux look pretty good. I saw Phillip a week ago tonight, and it looked like a pretty good ball club. Winter has defeated Bonham 55-22, and a local score, and also on the Dakota Radio Group in Presho, Sully Buttes and Lyman girls basketball are tied at 11. So if you're looking for more girls basketball tonight, tune over to 94.5 KPLO FM. Our player of the game, by the way, again, Michaela Jewett, sponsored by Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre. Final 2-minute timeout. We'll come back, wrap it up, set you up for tomorrow when the Lady Govs hit home for the first time this season. This is Lady Gov basketball on KGFX.
When you need building supplies, there's no need to go anywhere except to Bauman Lumber in Fort Pierre. Bauman Lumber is locally owned and offers quality products, expert advice, free estimates, and free local delivery for large or small projects. Whether it's a home improvement project, remodel job, or all new construction, they even welcome special orders. Quality building materials at affordable prices for residential or commercial projects can be found at Bauman Lumber, 1223 Sale Barn Road in Fort Pierre, or call 223-9762.
Experience the difference with Pierre Care and Rehabilitation Center in Pierre. Pierre Care and Rehabilitation Center is proud of their 5-star overall rating according to Medicare.org, the official regulatory body for nursing homes. Along with their 5-star care center, they provide short-term targeted rehabilitation services and skilled nursing care after illness or surgery. Our goal is to restore strength and confidence to get you to return to living the life you desire. Call 224-8628. Pierre Care and Rehabilitation Center, your pathway to independence.
At Dakota Mac, we offer more than 30-year fixed-rate mortgages and access to working capital. We offer you our grit, our determination, and our expertise. If you're looking for more than ag business as usual, dig deeper with Dakota Mac. Visit dakotamac.com. Equal housing lender.
First Dakota National Bank in Pierre and Blunt are your local Dakota Mac Ag real estate specialist. Are you ready to dig deeper? Give us a call today at 605-224-5817.
Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is counting down to 2019. All month long, we're pushing down the prices. We're giving more for your trade. We're doing better deals than the competition. We've got to make room for the new 2019s. All of this means you save, you get the best deal, and you win. Get to Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre today. 518 East Sioux Avenue. Call 605-224-7378 and visit gatewayflt.com. Gateway Ford Lincoln Toyota, where nobody, and I mean nobody, beats a Gateway deal.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The Garage Doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors can give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
One more time, we welcome you back to Brookings as the Lady Govs fall 57-39 this evening. Back-to-back games, though. Got another one coming up tomorrow night. Pierre will be home for the first time as they entertain Sioux Falls O'Gorman. Final game before the holiday break begins, although the Lady Govs do have one game in the holiday break. They will host Harrisburg next Saturday in a 2:30 opening tip. The Governors will have the entire holiday break off. And then, Pierre will take on the two Rapid City schools. The Lady Govs will host Stevens and Central on Friday and Saturday, January 4th and 5th. And the Governors will begin the new year in Rapid City at Stevens on that Friday and at Central the following afternoon. So, plenty of basketball action coming up and high school wrestling as well a little bit later on with more of that coming up this season. Of course, 2 nights ago, the Governor Wrestlers defeated the Brookings Bobcats here on KGFX 62-15. Our next wrestling broadcast won't be until mid-January, however. So keep up to date as Rod will have all of the scoring updates and things like that on his sportscast tomorrow morning as well here on KGFX, drgnews.com, etc. Don't forget our YouTube live stream has been up and running throughout. Once we get the final product finished up, you can look back on this game and all of our games on demand through the KGFX 1060 channel of YouTube.com. Our thanks to Jeff Duncan for running the show back in studio. And a quick reminder, Sully Buttes and Lyman girls basketball is on right now on Dakota Radio Group's KPLO FM 94.5 with Darren Boyle. Tonight's coverage of the Lady Govs in your official home of the Govs and Lady Govs, the stations of the Dakota Radio Group, sponsored by your Pierre Sports marketing sponsors, including Bank West, Beck Motors, Avera Medical Group, Dairy Queen, Overhead Door, Gateway Ford, Lincoln Toyota, and the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC. Tonight's game has also been brought to you in part by Pierre Care and Rehabilitation, TMA, Hawaii Federal Credit Union, Wegner Auto, Edgewood Senior Living Services, Arby's Restaurant, Montana Dakota Utilities, Ramcota Hotel, May Adam Law Offices, First Dakota National Bank, Lynn's Dakota Mart, Fisher Rounds and Associates, by the Pitts Corporation, and games are brought to you within the game as well by the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, who reminds you on your way home or to or from the game, and especially during the holiday season, slow down, stay alert, don't veer for deer, from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. The Boyd Conzemius Agency also sponsors In-Game, Teton River Traders Gun Shop, the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Lynn's Dakota Mart, CHS Midwest Cooperatives, Bauman Lumber, and Wegner Auto of Pierre do too. Our Wegner Auto scoreboard, the final Brookings 57, and the Lady Governors 39. For Jeff Duncan, I'm Brian Oakland, KGFX Sports. We'll do it again tomorrow night from Riggs High Gym, 6:35 pregame when the Lady Governors entertain Sioux Falls O'Gorman. See you tomorrow night.